Welcome, I'm Bill Wake. We're here working on a program to calculate your money for medium to long term, and we just made a change the other day that switched our persistence model slightly, and we changed one of the objects and did an update to convert one to the other. And now I want to kind of rip out that conversion since everything is already converted, and consider where to go from here, I guess. So let's do that. Okay, so I've run the tests. I've got the app running. I deleted some stuff because I made a summary over the weekend and I just wanted to show the relative amounts stuff. So it's a simpler version. So we'll have to change that as we go. But so what we did was our old Leia did not know its type, and the new Leia knows its type. But we've made some changes now and converted things, so it's not necessary to have some of these types in here as optionals. All right, so we always write an amount nowadays. We always write a Leia type. We never write an amount original. Okay, so I think we can adjust those three fields. Amount spec, yeah, okay. Also, we added the type, Leia type. We allowed for unspecified because we had people who didn't know the type and what do you call them and stuff like that. So let's get rid of this unspecified value as it's not needed anymore. And nobody's using it, okay? And except a few places. So we've got to go to those places and get rid of the references to it. So there's that one. That one we did. Untyped specified. Okay, let's just return Leia type. I think we'll inline that. And then if Leia type is not unspecified, return Leia type. Well, it's not unspecified. So we're just going to return Leia type. Okay. All right, let's make sure this builds. But also, now that we have this function, I don't think we need, we can just inline this. So, whoops. Let's hit return, yeah. Unwrapped to a value. Okay, so let's make it not optional since it's not. Okay, we'll run tests. I don't care about that warning. We're going to get rid of it in a moment. Find the usages. Okay, so Leia type is just Leia.type now. Where did it go? Okay. Okay, so we're referencing it here is the only usage. Okay, so let's just change this to Leia.type. Actually, this kind of is going away. And we'll get rid of this. Not sure why that error is still showing up. Leia type. I don't know who calls this. Okay. Yeah. All right. So consequences here. Make stream. Well, he's going to be type stream. Make pool is going to be type pool. Oh, whoops. I got to pick a stream. Let's make it asset. Well, wait a minute. Who's calling this? Okay, this is actually persistent stuff we're going to get rid of. Okay, so let me... Marks unchanged. I think we can safely comment these out. Use this pool, make them out positive. I think that's a separate one. This should be asset. This should be income. All right, but I don't think they're used anymore. Show colors. Children of scenarios. Let's see, we make a scenarios, make a stream. Yeah, we're checking that type there too. So positive one loading, that's something we did the other day, so let's take that out too. I don't know the best way to get to this, but we'll get green and then, okay. Kind of went a little further than that, but that's okay. All right. The plans. Let's take out, well, let's find callers. Nope. Nope. Okay, we can take these out. We're going to remove that now unneeded update stuff. Okay, well, that should run. We'll start at the top. Open plan.load. Okay, so now we call updates. We don't want to do this anymore. So we were looking at PlanType and deciding which one of these it was, but that's really not relevant now. We don't need to do the conversion anymore. I mean, we could keep the skeleton of it. Well, let's just take it out. Okay, replace Leia, force non-negative. That was all part of that. Okay, so test should still pass. Update. Okay, so remove persistence changes that updated new layers on loading. All right. Now, I'm in a bit of a quandary. Well, okay. I think the natural thing now is our plans used to know, well, let's get plans and plan. Okay. Okay. A plan used to know this type, pool, stream, group, or scenarios. We basically moved this tracking, are you a pool or a stream, into the Leia object. So we don't need this case anymore. Now it's codable. So I can't just delete it. So we're back we're back where we were last week with another persistence change. I don't know. This is kind of annoying. Well, I guess when do we look at these? Right. Okay. So, well, okay. What are we doing this week? All right. Once all customers remove the input transformation, done that. Okay. Remove the absolute value. We haven't done that. Okay. So let's track this. Oh, we've done 2 out of 3, I guess. We did that one, and we did this one. Okay, so Leia knows its type. Remove abs in Leia. Okay. That was up here. Okay, yeah, we don't need to do this anymore because we always put positive numbers in there. It was part of our transformation. Okay. And I need a plan that's not a group. Yeah, I mean, I think what I want is a Leia there. Whoa. Oh, our test probably checked it unnecessarily. Well, now unnecessarily. So, yeah, so I think we need to say there's a Leia that is one of those liability asset whatevers. But they won't be pool or stream anymore. We kept that. Well, we make that distinction in plans. Well, I lost plan. Okay, I really don't like that. I'm sure it's intended well, but so I don't think I need to make that distinction longer. But where's those two groups? Is that in plans after all? No, it must be in plan. Or is it in scenarios? Right, here. We track streams and pools separately. We don't need to do that per se. Well, before the only way we knew something was a stream was because it was in the streams list put there by a plan. And same for pools. But now our Leias know their own type. So I think we could fold these two things together because you just add a Leia. And if you want to know only the pools or only the streams, then we would filter it back out for net income or net assets. I often put the caveat on, there's just not that many of these. You might have 20, you probably won't have 100, and you certainly won't have 1,000. So filtering, a list of 20 objects to get the right type is not a problem performance wise. I think I will delete this. We may want to come back to that, but this one, we had the notion of overriding and we removed that last time. So I think this will be okay. Map. Yeah, we still track it separately. We have add stream and add pools. Okay. But at any rate, I expect we can fold these together and then work the reports a little differently off this list of things, or even just walk through them one at a time and decide what to do based on the type or something like that. We have options. However, we have something failing. It's not a Leia. Wow, where is it? Scenarios with only groups. Okay. A scenario. Okay, I'm guessing we've created something with the wrong positivity. Yeah. Okay. So we made Leia expenses minus 900. That's not the way we do that anymore. We do that positively. So it's 900, and then we put the sign on it as we compute with it. Okay. Well, let's just get these visible. There's that one. Compute net's worth. Okay. Yep. Should be two more. The possibilities. Looks like the possibilities. Yep, same thing. I'm going to put dot income just to kind of make the parallel nature apparent. So once in a while you find these, I mean, basically it was an assumption that changed. So before the assumption was I would put positive or negative, and now the assumption is if I've marked it income or expense, I know if it's positive or negative, so don't do it. And I don't have a good solution for that. I mean, I'm glad it was only 3, but we changed, we really did change some assumption, and that affects things. And I don't know, it's a little spooky, right? I mean, if I had, well, I guess those tests rely on it. I guess it'd be worse the other way if I assumed they were positives and then did a test with a negative or something. It would be weird, but it does happen sometimes anyway. All right, everything's green. So we have this computation from Leia type dot signed, since all money held as a positive. Okay. All right. Now, all right, I guess I want to finish. Let's take Leia and anything we can clean up or improve. Okay, so I don't think we don't need to read amount original anymore. And we don't need amount spec to be optional because we put it in all the time. Okay, so I think I can take this out. Existing stuff won't break because it's all been converted. All right. And now everything in here is required. That seems like a good thing. Result equals amount spec. Okay, so if it doesn't take amount original, okay. Well, this is just return amount spec at this point. Okay. Yeah, so these two, I think we can inline them. And the name could be better. Amount would be a better name, but we had it here. I guess we don't need this field anymore either, since we don't write it. Okay, Tofu Lofu, welcome. So we're working on an app to help you track finances, kind of looking out several years. And we have a core object that's liability, asset, income, or expense. I didn't get them in the right order, but that's the four things. And we've modified persistence around that, and we're trying to accept the changes that the new persistent approach makes. Mostly we're going to be refactoring. So I want to find who calls this. Yeah, do it as a search. Okay, anybody who asks for amount spec could ask for amount. And I'm kind of inclined to make this equals amount spec. Okay. That's neutral. All right, let's find anybody who does this. Well, I think I can just do it this way. It's kind of a cheating refactoring. Amount. And amount. Okay, so this says if you write amount, write to the old amount spec field. And otherwise, amount matches. Okay, I'm going to do the same little trick. Well, let's make sure this one worked. Cannot convert pool.amount. Month year people goes to money to expected buyer amount. Well, let me undo that then. Amount has no member amount original. Okay, that's legit. Cannot convert. Let's try this again. Value of type Leia has no amount original. Right, that we said would go away. Okay. Okay. Omitted when they're the same. Right. So I want to make... Really, I want an inline on my refactoring list here, but I don't have it. So I'm doing it this way. Amount. And then I think I have to make this amount spec as the original name. Okay, and then this goes to just amount. Do I have another constructor? No. Okay, let's make sure this is... Cannot convert value is pool. Oh. Why are you unhappy? Pool is a Leia. To expected argument type amount. That seems okay. Cannot convert. Month, year, people, scenario. Where's that coming from? Goes to money. Expected document type. Net. Oh, that name is multiple used. Okay, let's back it up again. So it's the problem is I have these two functions, or a field and a function named the same thing, and it doesn't like that. Okay, let's take that out too. Okay, we'll take the. Okay, we did remove some dead code. I think that's all we've accomplished. Okay. I picked the hard one to change. All right. Let's try type and see how that goes. Okay. I've got the field type. Nobody calls that function, and I'm going to rename this to type. And I really don't want that anyway, but we'll take it. Type equals Leia type. Okay. Now, anybody who referenced type should get that. Okay. Well, let's build this first. I just want to make him private set. Is that still problematic? Do I declare it public private? I've never done this across modules like this. Okay, apparently that is the right way. Okay, so I don't know. I'm kind of putting off stuff that I don't know. So I should say the big thing I want to do, and I'm not sure if I want to do it or not actually, but the big change I'd like to make is I'd like to get Leia. I would like it to be an enum instead of a struct, which is a major change structurally, at least as far as persistence goes. So, boy, that, and the other concern I have is we have our amount right now. That thing is either a money amount or it's a relative amount, and the more I look at this relative amount thing, I don't think it belongs on a mount. I think it's more of a relationship. I don't know if it's a special kind of Leia or if it's a special kind of plan. But I'm pretty sure it doesn't belong on this. And I'd like to change away from that, but I get frustrated or nervous about the persistent stuff becoming so different. It's like I want to change amount spec, I want to change Leia, I want to change plan. It's like I'm changing every object. And because I take this constraint that I won't break the data on somebody, I need to do this kind of step by step like we've done so far. As of right now, we haven't done anything that breaks persistence. If we switch the type to an enum and stuff like that, we're gonna have to rewrite our plans again on our input path. That gives us a chance to replace them with a new format. But like, I think if I do that, I almost want to just define a whole new enum that's, I mean, this has the right name. Maybe I make this the old Leia and make sure everything still loads. All right, I'm not sure. Okay, I'm back to nothing. All right. And if I'm doing that, like maybe first and last should become a date range. We handle it that way now. Those are private, so everybody's going through the date range if they want to do it. I've got a whole bunch of stuff I want to change, and that persistence is an anchor on it. Now, I don't know what that's saying. Probably it's saying because you're so lazy and don't want to write your own persistence, it's hard to change, and you have to take it step by step. All right, but let's try and make amount work. I'm not sure if we can find a better name for this one. Well, maybe this should be the signed amount, kind of in parallel to this. Because once you get this stuff, this is for reports, and those amounts need to be positive or negative. So, if you're calculating net income. All right, that should be no problem. Yeah, basically, if I put an adapter in, right, I could leave it that way at runtime with the adapter in place. So I don't know. That's kind of the choices. So one way would be on input, convert plan to new plan, convert Leias to new Leias, and convert amounts to new amounts. I mean, we'd probably name the things old, name the old ones old and keep the new ones. But then we'd have a complete conversion from the old format to the new format. Now, maybe I should just do this step by step, a week at a time, put a little more in and do that. But it requires me to maintain stuff in my head, which is not a specialty at this point. Boy. But okay, but so far this is signed amount thing. That's fine. Okay, did I check that in already? I don't know. All right, so refactor, rename amount. I guess that's Leia to signed amount. Okay, I think that's a small improvement. Most of the time you don't need the signed value, but this time you do. Okay, now, given that, I don't think I'll step on my toes with this now. So I think I can convert this to amount. He's got to be public private set again. Okay, and now we need amount equals amount spec. Okay, the persistence is happy. We gotta update this. Okay, that's good. Okay, and I saw something else. There was type. This should probably be called type. Okay, let's... Well, that's a pretty good change, I think. Well, most of the clients didn't notice, did they? Okay, so that's cool. But we will do it. So rename Leia dot amount spec to amount. Okay. Plus, this stuff, I don't know. I think we could make one change a week for a few weeks and be okay. All right. Let's see. So I also saw, let's see, we had the type. Let's fix this name. I don't want to pass this type in. That's why I want to switch to an enum. So that's part of it. We got the date range. That would be a change we could make. I think he's just indexing. Space here. Okay, this thing. While it's thinking, we'll find usages of this. Okay. Huh. Now this used to use that, but it doesn't anymore. Interestingly. Okay. Income. Yeah. Same. That's the call. Asset. Yep, that doesn't use it. That does not use it. Okay. Yeah, so the only tests are using this now. That used to be what told us if it was an asset versus liability or income versus expense. Now that's all embedded in the type. So I think the only real references are in a Leia. Knows it's signed. We definitely don't care about that at this point. Because it doesn't. Okay. Who else? Okay. He's still indexing. Okay. Probably me changing things doesn't help that process any. Let's make sure this runs. Okay, so we remove unused Leia.non-negative. I guess I should say refactor when it's a refactor, huh? Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe the adapter solution would be better. It creates something where you got the old and the new concurrently, but if I put them in, that takes the burden off the persistence and lets me convert those things to whatever I want. There's something to be said for that for sure. Okay, that's done. Let's get that type. Now that it's done indexing, let's back to it. Okay. I'm going to close that. Yeah, maybe the thing to do today is is push through consequences of having that type field, because we still have the UI kind of separates out those cases even though there's no reason to. And if we could get that, I'd be very happy with that. That might be worth a couple sessions. And then maybe use adapter. I don't know. I need another field. So the next area, what I want to get into is we'd like to be able to say here's an asset, and it grows every year, just like a ballpark kind of thing. But we want to say, let's say if you invest in stocks, you expect 8% back, and if you invest in bonds, you expect 2% back. I'd like to be able to make, I'm calling it a variable, maybe it's an assumption, but I'd like to say, stock market return, and then make that a variable in effect that they could set it to 8 or 6% or 2% or whatever, minus 20, minus 50 if you want to cover 2008 or 2008 kind of era. It's like, oh gosh, yeah, thinking back on that, I had a number of friends who were retirement age and watch their stock portfolio go to half its size and go like, oh, I got to go back to work. That was very sucky for them. All right. Okay, your test is completed. Let's get back to the rename and see if you'll do that for us. No, apparently not. Okay, I'm going to change it, and we'll just go change everybody. Yeah, you can see our editors, they're going to be very similar. And the irony is this type is kind of a step on the way, but it's okay. It's not bad on its own. It's progress. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, all the tests. Okay. Now we did follow one of James Shore's patterns. I forget what he calls it, but basically it says don't call constructors directly in tests. Make a helper function for it. Okay. And that means if you do that, or to the extent you do that, you don't have to repair individual tests like I'm doing here. We did some of that, but not universally. Yeah, that's good. I don't know why. Maybe I didn't focus enough on that early on. I don't know why the rename didn't do it. Okay, try again. got those. Okay. Well, let's just close all these. Okay, remove absent Leia. We did that. Okay. All right. Well, actually, I don't think that's quite true. So that's okay, but I think we have make clients of Leia use its type. I'm not sure how to say what I want, but something's going on that we need to refactor around. Okay, so let's get Leia back. All right, and I want to look at it just as on standalone. Okay, we got this type. In effect, if I do the enum, I'm going to kind of fold all this together into one thing. We got ID, name, first and last would be better off as a date range, but we're not there. Okay, signed amount. That's all pretty minimal now. That's all right. Okay. Now, I don't know if scenarios. I think it was in scenario, yeah. Okay, so he has the set of scenarios. Scenario. All right, this thing has the pools. All right, so let's find usages of this. Again, it's going to break things. Because this is a field. Oh, scenarios are not codable. Okay, no, it's not going to hurt. Okay, so whoever's using streams, all right, we copy one scenario from another, that's fine. I don't know, that seems a little suspicious to me. Like, why are you copying streams but not pools? Can we, well, that's in here. It's local. Okay. Scenario self with a new name. I find that suspicious. This also kind of bugs me. Pools. Okay. Yeah, I think I can. So, oh, no, I guess the answer is no. I'm not sure why not. Only used in here. Yep. Okay, let's make them private. Now, I think what I need to do, what do you have errors? That looks old. Should go away. Good. Okay. Okay, now kind of the safe way on this. Equals other streams. Boy, this just worries me. Well, I think what I want to do, nobody references streams outside of this. Okay. What I'm thinking is I would add, oh, that's not so good. I'm thinking I'll put everything in streams, and then when people want to calculate this, these two will take filters on it. Okay, so let's okay, so if maybe deal with these two first. Okay. What if I make a combined list? Well, it's not public, it's private. Private function, private bar Leia's of type name to Leia. I'm going to throw in a bunch of copying, but I'm going to take it out. Okay. So this thing is going to be both together. Result equals streams, and then result dot, there's, merge other sequence unique in keys with Leia. No, there's another merge, I thought. Merging. I think merging gives you a new one. I'll have to look. Dictionary. Okay, merge the key pairs in a value sequence using a combined enclosure to determine the value for duplicate keys. Well, I don't think I have any duplicate keys, right? Because the names have to be either one or the other, so that's not a problem. Merge, and what's the result? Okay, yeah, it's merging will produce a new one. Create a dictionary by merging the given keys using a binding enclosure. Yeah, creates a dictionary. Okay, so we want merging. So this is streams.merging with pools. Unique keys with. Okay. Is two values. Okay. Okay, so I'm saying take the original streams, merge in the pools. They're both named to Leia, so their key is the name. If there should be a duplicate, we'll take the one from streams arbitrarily because they're not supposed to have duplicates. Okay, so now net. Is included key and value. Okay. Income or expense. Okay. And then this one is layers.filter. Really? Thank you. Okay. So what I think I've done is I've said if you ever want to do a net income calculation, merge the two name to Leah's and only pull out the ones that are income or expenses. Okay. Okay, we'll take those out. Doesn't affect my situation. Okay, so that's good. Unused closure parameter key, that's true. Nope, I bumped something. I bumped the profiler somehow. Okay, good. So search for streams or pools by type of Leia. Okay, now Who references pools? Let's see if we can get rid of that one. Pools. Add pool, adds pools. Streams of name or streams of pools. Well, this is really Leia's subname. Okay. Merging pools. Okay, yeah. All right, so I think what I can do, I think if I add this to streams, was pools. Okay. I think I'm getting the same effect. So I'm going to put everything in streams, and that takes care of this copy, I guess. But if every time you put something in a pool, it really goes in the streams, then we filter it out at the end. So I think that's kind of the minimal change. Yeah, that should not matter. Okay, this is kind of the big moment, I guess, because if this works, it's basically going to work. Ooh, okay. I mean, it's funny. It's just like another 10-second test, but now nobody's writing to pools as far as I can see. So these cases create it, and we merge, but nobody's putting anything in, so we don't need this anymore. We don't need this anymore. Leia's is just streams. Okay. Okay, now. All right, so that's a nice change. So only store Leia's in streams for now. Delete unused pools variable field. Okay. And then who is looking for streams? Okay. And then Leia's. This is really streams. Okay. Now everybody's looking at streams. Let's rename streams. Okay, so rename. I guess it comes the other way. Remove Leia's method. Rename streams to Leia's. Okay. All right, now I've got these two methods. Whoops, scenario. I've got these two add methods. Oh boy. Which one's used the most? 5, 10. Okay, let's modify this one. Can I do that? Nope. Let's modify this. Oh, come on. Fine. Well, I'm just going to make it Leia's sub Leia.name equals Leia. Okay. And since he wouldn't do it for me, that'll tell me all the places. Take out the stream. Should be some complaints still. Yep. Ooh. Scenario.find. Did we touch that? Leia subname. What test was that? A scenario calculates relative amount of a pool. I'll make sure it's added in properly. So we add house to the scenario. We create a relative that looks at the house, and we add that to the scenario. Wait a minute. Okay, we'll step through. That looks okay on the surface to me. We add okay, we add these things. Whoa. What? Sut is my scenario. How are you down there at that point? I really wish I could filter these things, can I? Well, helps a little. Net assets calculates relative amount. Why am I not hitting my breakpoint? He should have two entries in there. Is it asset? Asset. Okay. We have a house. Key is house. Here's the value. We have a rel referencing house with 50%. Net assets. So dot net assets. Take the net at month and filter value type equals asset. So that should find both these. Where did this scenario come from? It shouldn't be nil. Bad access. Leia name is house. Scenario looks okay. Maybe the rename's clean build. Yeah, good idea. Yeah, honestly, I seem to hit that stuff more with Xcode. I'm not saying that's the problem, because it could be other things, but all right, it was a scenario. Well, let's look around while it's thinking. Yeah, this almost, it almost wants to be a type itself, doesn't it? We can plot a common method, but scenario past self, that's good. Okay, now it stopped. That's more promising. Okay, so let's step over. 'Cause, 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 Let's look at set. It's like it was before. One step over. Okay. Good call. Okay, now let's make sure this is the best it can be for this. So we've got the Leia's name people. Okay, yeah, we need those. We initialized from another scenario. Copy. Basically calls that. Add Leia. And we don't need this anymore. Net worth find. Well, I think I want to. Okay, so let's move the filter up. So find net income in. Oh, does anybody else use find? Okay. I'm screwing something up. Who calls find? Okay, scenario does call find all over the place. Or people call find on scenarios. Okay. This, let me make it, a name for this, the filter by type. Oh, there is no name. That's why I'm getting screwed up there. It returns. I guess it returns a name to type. Name to Leia. Okay, and that should be this stuff. Why not? It's exactly that. Really? That's weird to me. Like it has the types right there. Still doesn't like it. I have named an extended number filter by. Oh, it's just filter by. Okay. Explains that. All right. Net equals hash. Okay. Okay, so this is combine. Well, okay. I think that handles scenario. It's much better. One less thing to think about. Let's take a break and we'll come back and tackle the scenarios, the bulk scenarios, and go from there. So 3 or 4 minutes. Welcome back. So is name to Leah needed? Well, it's referenced a few times locally, but it is locally. There's no reason it has to be public. We could probably skip it, but I think it helps a little bit, just kind of documenting and clarifying the role there. But I wouldn't ding anybody that didn't feel like they needed it, put it that way. What's the matter here? Method cannot be declared. Oh, maybe I should make this file private. Certainly nobody outside needs to know how we represent our mapping, or that it is a map. Okay. So. All right. Good. And then scenarios. Okay, so what I see is we kind of have the same thing. Before it mattered which one it was, and we had to put them in carefully. Now there's no difference between the way pools and streams are handled. They're, well, other than the argument being differently named, there's no real benefit. Now, I could swear rename will sometimes do this, but it's not going to today. Okay, so I'm going to take this out. Leia of type Leia. I'm going to take this out. Try. And this is Leia. Okay, so if you add a Leia to a set of scenarios, you add it to each scenario. Okay, that seems like a reasonable process, but lots of people should be broken because they don't, or the build should be broken because people don't use it. Really? That's all there is? Okay, pool and stream. Well, this is good because what we're working towards is pool and stream get handled the same because now there's no distinction. So we've kind of slightly generalized our type, I guess I would say, to cover both cases, and now we don't have to cover it outside. And this reflects that. And that's why I'd like to get rid of this, maybe call it just Leia. Okay, what else in scenarios? Init count, add scenarios, okay. Makes a union. And iterator, because it's a sequence. Okay, that's pretty good. Make sure that's all green. Okay. Okay, so I think our to-do, make clients of Leia use its type. I guess what I would say is we've removed distinction of pool versus stream from scenario and scenarios. Okay, and that's a refactoring. All right, and then given those, now let's move on to the user interface. All right, so I know there's edit pool view and edit stream view. And these two are very similar. Bar is income, name amount. Is income, name amount, date range, defaulted, yeah. Okay, and those things is income is stream type equals income. Yeah, there's some labels I think that depend. Valid. Okay. Maybe the thing to do is unify them as much as possible to a single make a common edit view, edit Leia view. I don't think we have anything by that name. Okay. They're very similar. This text is different. Well, actually, let's run. Oh, we got pool amount view and stream amount view. Away. All right. If I add a new thing, right. So really what I want is I want all four of those on this because everything else is the same. All right. So what's a good way to do this? Pool amount view Why can't I move you over there? Okay. Pool amount view. No. Amount view. Okay, stream amount view. It really is this color thing. I don't even know if we need that at this point. Well, we do kind of, right? We need to know because we're painting colors on our values. So if I mark it asset, come on, asset, and I give it an amount, 500, it paints it green. And if I made it a income, it paints it a different green. If I get there. Yeah, anyway. Golly, so close, close. All right. Yeah, the picker can take all four types. The thing is, the display goes different. I mean, really, I mean, could a Leia type, how terrible would it be if a Leia type knew this name? I don't think it's that terrible. As a matter of fact, I think it's almost like what it should know. Okay, so we got these. We can make them, what's the word? String something. Is it just string? We did it on our coding keys. Yeah, okay, string. We can't change the names though without messing things up. But I can give it a name function. Name. Well, I guess var name of string. Why don't you put them in there for me? Okay, that seems useful. Well, the name is the color name too. So I think we can do it off that. Let's see if we can make this. Maybe I should just work on. Let's just work on edit stream view. Text income. Tag true. That doesn't seem so helpful. Let's tag this dot asset dot income and dot expense. Let's see what we can do with these. Push them. is income seems... That seems funny now. I mean, that's supposed to be this drop down. Okay, maybe I'll take what your suggestion and just put them all in. Okay, so let's income. I don't know the best order. Income, asset, expense. Okay, now this thing, I'm going to rename it to Leia type. Okay, we got the 4 pickers. Is income. Stream amount view. Is income. Amount view, pool amount, money amount. Where's just amount view? Okay. Form does not have the Leia type to look up the name. I don't know if I'm going to get myself too twisted here. This should be Leia type. I'm going to duplicate amount view and modify it. Okay, let me do this. Amount view 2. Okay. Now, this can be old amount view. Okay. And then this could just be amount view. Okay, so now he takes Leia type of Leia type. He doesn't need the colors. Okay. Where do these colors go? Money amount view. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm taking them off here. Okay. Amount.wrap values, yes. Update values seems fine. Picker amount type, okay, yeah, that's good. Okay, money amount view. We're going to duplicate that one too, I guess. I don't think he's trivial either. Well, he's not terrible. I really should have renamed it first. That was to... And actually, I tend to use old underscore just to really emphasize that it's not a normal type. Okay, but, okay. Now, money view. He needs Leia type. Doesn't need the colors, I hope. Okay, background color. This should just be, well, Leia type dot name. Gonna leave out the neutral thing. That's a little weird. Color. Okay, now this takes Leia type. Doesn't need the colors, which is good. Amount in dollars, good. Okay, what's wrong up here? Extra argument type, well, yeah. I think it was stream amount type I was working on. Okay. Edit stream view, stream amount type, Leia type, good. Type goes to Leia type. Just as Leia type now, because that's already the right type. Okay, let's see if that runs. Now, I think what we have is the 4 drop downs. No. Cannot convert bool to Leia type. Stuff.Leia type is a bool, right? Oh, it's this now. Just stream.type. Stream, where's that coming? In. Okay. Try again. Promising so far. Okay, so we want stream. Okay, that was kind of a voluntary change. This should have all 4. Why it's defaulting to asset? That seems odd. And maybe the order should be asset before income. Then the outer ones match and the inner ones match. Okay. Especially since I said this. But edit stream view. Oh, this is edit. Okay, where's create? Oh, sorry, where did I put those? No, it should be on this thing. Where's that order? Okay, Leia type. What if... Okay, that's edit. I got to get over that. What happens when I create a new one? Okay. Now, okay, so this asset, if I change it to income, it should look a little different. Green, yep. Expense pink and liability red. Well, dark pink. Okay, that seems okay. Why, where it got its default value, why it assumes it's an asset. All right, I guess I'm going to have to go to the overall view. But I think it's, well, I don't know what order it has, but I think yeah, I don't know if there's a natural order. I mean, honestly, I think you're going to be putting in income and expenses more than you are assets and liabilities. But, I mean, you have, well, many people have their house and their car, and maybe they have, credit card debt or something like that. Hopefully by the time they're getting ready for retirement, they don't have too much of that. But, you know, this could be 10 years, 20 years before. Okay. But I don't understand how it gets there in the first place when you have a brand new one. So let's find, is it pool plan view? Okay. Plan goes to stream view. Now that can change. Oh yeah, there's the, okay, so she just presented edit stream. That's the edit. Where's the plus sign here? That's on the group. No, I lost my pool view. Okay. If pool type equals asset, well, again, that seems not quite generic enough. Is edit presented square and pencil? Okay, but there's another button. Okay, there's the delete button. There's the edit button. Wait a minute, where's that button live? Trash, edit, plus, and that's provided by the component. Trash, edit. edit pool. No, it comes up to add to plan. Yeah, maybe the picker. That's not on here though. This one only looks at assets and liabilities. Okay, that's not the one I want. I want plan view, I think. Remove, edit, there we go, plus. Okay, and is presented, presents add plan view. Okay. Paste stream, edit stream view with stream is null. Oh. Let's see what that defaults to. Asset. I'm going to say income is a better default. Nobody's supposed to care what this is, but I guess we do care there. Okay. Probably should have been unspecified in our old version. I just ran tests. But I think if I've done this right so far, it doesn't care what it creates. Let's see where it creates it. Yeah, it's picking up Leia type. So I believe this edit stream view will pick up and edit anything. Did it run? Okay, so if I do this, edit stream view, I'm going to make my income 3,000. Okay, and if I create that, we should get an income that's a 3,000. Okay, let's take a look at these. Whoops. Okay. Now stream. I'm going to create an asset. $100,000 mobile home. Oh, color and arrow is not right. Let's see what the type is. Asset. Okay, I think that arrow we didn't deal with. Let's do a expense 500. My expense. Okay, and then that suggests the liability is going to be a little ugly too. Okay, well, okay, we didn't do anything with plan view or any of that stuff, but it knows the right type, right? He's a mortgage liability. Okay. Yeah, we've practically done it. Okay. So let's start from edit stream view. Let's make sure there's nothing that looks specific to the type other than the list of possibilities. I don't know why it seems odd to me that That's above my variables. Okay. Title, then the name, and then there are the types. Date range. Okay. Edit stream view looks good. What's he calling? Well, let's rename this. Oh, I'm supposed to remember you can click here and it'll just go there. Okay, this is going to be edit Leia view. Okay, let's run. Oh, now these we'll have to look into. Well, that's probably on that display. Okay, that should be fine, yeah. And bring up this, should look the same. Okay. So he's capable of creating any of those, so the pool view should go away. Edit pool view. Who's referencing it? Find that text. Okay, add plan view. All right, I'm going to make this go to both. Okay, pool view. Let's make it edit Leia view. Now something should break because those arguments are wrong. Expected title stream. We'll fix that shortly. Okay. Now, edit pool view. Okay, let's run tests. I'll get this checked in before we delete that thing because that's a big enough change. It can stand on its own. Okay, so we changed edit stream view to edit Leia view and made it work for all Leia types. Okay. And now edit pool view. That should no longer be mentioned outside of itself. Edit Leia view, edit Leia view. Okay, so nobody's referencing edit pool view anymore. Delete. Move to trash. All right. Build. Okay. Okay. Now, let's see what's going on in this one. I think is just okay. Yeah, I think we're done with that one. Add plan view only uses edit. Good. Good. Pool view is different. This one I'm worried about. Okay, so who calls this? Edit Leia view calls stream amount view. Okay, so this I want to rename. Layout amount view. That's the only place that calls that. And then amount view. Leia type and amount. I don't think that thing's adding anything, right? He's got a Leia type and amount. He passes them through. So let's make this just call amount view. And then that goes away. Okay, these still have that problem. But, okay. I think that's all right. Now who's calling this? Old amount view, struct pull amount view, a preview. Pull, well, let's just look at amount view. Yeah, because you put it there. Okay. Now, nobody's referencing pool amount view. Okay. Who's referencing this? Struct old money amount view. What's this? This is old amount view. I think that means nobody is. Okay, this is coming together. All right. Amount view, relative amount view, money amount view, old money amount view. Okay, let's make sure this is building. Is that? I just don't trust that without. Okay, good. All right, that should look nice. And they're both calling the same thing now. Cool. Yep. Okay. Now, who's referencing this? Nobody. Okay, so I got amount type, money amount view, relative amount view, amount view. I don't know. I think it almost reads better top down in this case. Okay. now to this thing. Let's just make this say money, I guess. Money type. Money source, maybe. Okay, so that was edit. No. Who calls edit Leia view? Add plan view. Right. Okay, PlanType. Let's go with that. That is. Oh, it's codable. Oh. All right. I'm gonna leave it for now, but that makes it a candidate. Let's put a to do for that. So I don't know. It's kind of a persistence. Give plan type money source or money or Leia. Delete pool and stream. Okay. I keep opening this one, but we're done with it. Old amount view. I guess the file should just be called amount view. Okay. Stream view. Okay, that we still need. Oh, I get lost. Amount view we just looked at. Edit layout view. Okay, who calls this? Add plan view. Yes. Okay, so I think. Oh, right. Selection is PlanType. PlanType.pool. Let's default this to stream. I'm going to take this one out. I'm going to make this. I guess I'm going to hard code it. Stream. Oh. What did I do before? Sorry. Did I tag them? Picker style. Switch plan type. Well, I don't know. Just keep that aside for a moment. Now, PlanType is going to bring up this view. All right, let's run this. Okay, so this should be the add plan view. Money source group scenario. This looks like a money source. House 2, let's make it an asset. And create. Okay. Well, I think that's doing what we want. It's a little awkward. Let me run that again. Group. Aha. Can I say dot tag dot PlanType dot stream? Is that going to work? That's better. Okay. What's going on there otherwise? Okay, create an empty one, empty group. I don't know why we don't need a name. Is there no edit scenarios view? That seems odd. Okay, I'm going to defer that one. I don't make scenarios. Yeah, that seems okay. All right. This then seems all right. Rather than pool versus stream. Okay. All right. Well, we've got a few minutes yet. Okay. Well, what I think we're seeing then, we're getting rid of pool stuff and being more generic here. We got edit Leia. We got rid of the pool view. Edit Leia basically grew out of the stream view. Now I think we want to look at the plan view. What's pool view? Okay, something's wrong with pool view because it isn't, that's not general enough. So that's like stream view. Yeah, so these two are the two that are there. Okay, so I think what we'll do is we'll make stream view accommodate everybody, Well, let's turn it into a Leia view. All right, so let's this Leia view. Okay, put that up here. All right, he gets Leia. He gets a plan. Okay, this type colors. Okay, the colors we don't need to worry about because we can get that from the name. But the icons we need to worry about. Okay, that maps Leia type. Okay, so type colors. Let's find type. That's here. That's really just the name. That's really just stream.type. Well, let's name stream. Okay, let's run. I think moving a file or renaming it's probably sufficient, so I don't want to go too far. I guess it's this view we want. Yeah. Okay, so that's fine. Rename stream view to Leia view. Start updating internally. Okay, so that type, who references that? Type. Okay, this is really Leia. Leia.type.name. Okay. And we can do the same thing on the bottom. Okay. Type is good. Gone. Type colors. Okay. Leia type. I guess we know that should only. I guess we need the other pool view. I don't know if we did the corresponding change there. No. Okay. Cannot value of modified content image. Okay, so this just becomes a concept Leia type. Edit Leia view. edit money source, stream. Come on, rename. Ugh. Okay. Probably should have dealt with the other one first, but. Well, pool view is probably going away, but. And this should, no, I was going to say it should fix those icons. Oh, it did. Good. Okay. Cool. All right. So we got Leia view. Nobody should be referencing pool view at this point. Pool view, plan view. Again, I think either one should go to Leia view. Okay, so the view's looking good. Just make sure we open one. It goes to the reasonable place. Edit money source. Good. Liability. All right. So merge, edit stream view, and edit pool view into edit Leia view. Update names to be Leia rather than pool or stream. All right, and now we can delete that last pool view. Nothing else view-wise says anything, I think. Okay. Just do a run. All right. Okay. Well, I think that gets rid of the distinctions that we were drawing. We still have that plan having pool versus stream. But other than that, I think we've removed all the stuff I intended to. We cut these view classes kind of, well, sort of in half for that part of the view anyway. I think this is cleaner and simpler, so I'm good. All right. Well, yeah, it became a nice cleanup, and it hit 4:30 right on the nose. We'll be back tomorrow, 2 to 4:30 Eastern time, or 6 to 8:30 p.m. UTC. I think we will move on to the variable stuff tomorrow, tomorrow. I think I'll save those persistence changes, but when we get back to them, we'll take that adapter approach for now. I think that's good. Once we have the adapter, we can start piecemeal chopping out and changing the persistence. All right. Thanks for your help today, and have a good evening. Catch you again sometime. Bye-bye.